Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Hey, yo, welcome back to the Underground Treehouse Podcast, a podcast that discusses and reviews music of all genres. I am 1/4 of your host, Ruben. Joining me as always is Isaac,
Hello, hello.
Marcos,
Hi.
and Keenan.
What up?
This week, we're going to be reviewing the debut studio album, God's Country by Chat Pile.
Yes, sir.
Metal band from OKC. But as always, before we get into that, we will be giving you our music recommendations of the week, as well as our local beer recommendations of the week. Marcos, start us off with the music, baby.
All right. Well, since we literally just came across them literally like 5 minutes ago, or him, it's just gonna be that fucking hardstyle fucking techno song that we just found out. Guy goes by Babalos. He's a DJ. We literally just found out about him like literally 5 minutes ago.
From a League of Legends meme.
Yeah, from a League of Legends meme.
Organic as fuck.
And Ruben's like, yo, this shit goes hard as fuck. Who is
Wait,
this? I'm like,
Alex, send me this.
Yeah, and I went to comments and I just pulled up his SoundCloud. He's on Spotify too. His name is Baba Los.
And what was the name of the song?
Well, the song that caught Ruben's attention was Power Up.
Sick. Oh,
So,
I thought you were gonna set us up. My bad.
Oh, no, sorry.
I was reading. He's a psytrance, progressive trance, high tech from Switzerland.
Oh, those Swiss
Swiss.
motherfuckers.
Crazy.
They know how to fucking launder money and make music.
for real. Them purebred
What?
whites are built different.
Yeah, they're built different.
Yes, sir.
What?
And make good watches.
And good watches.
The
And
Swatch.
good watches.
Yes, sir.
And they're good at snowboarding.
And they have good knives.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They do indeed.
They make the fuck out of a knife. Tell you that much right now. This week, I've been going back into Lingua Ignata's catalog, and she did a cover of the very popular, very well done song "Jolene" by Dolly Parton.
Oh, I
Does a
fucking
cover of that
love that song. Is it really good?
I mean, nothing beats the original in my opinion, but she elevates that song in her own way and just adds just so much theatrics and so much heart, passion, and rawness to it that is really worth the listen.
You know who else does a really amazing cover at that?
Can I guess before you say it?
Yeah.
The White Stripes.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Miley
The White Stripes version of that is hard as fuck.
Miley Cyrus.
Miley, yes,
she does
sir.
a fucking-
She sings that shit like in a backyard or some shit, bro, and
it's
she
fucking
kills it.
Good. It's
Yeah.
so good. I think
Yeah.
that's the song that put me on like Dolly Patron?
Parton?
Parton.
Dolly
Dolly
Patron.
Patron.
Damn.
Dolly Patron, fool.
I didn't
Go hard,
corridos
bro.
or what?
On it.
Damn.
Bro, Rick one. Tequila.
30-o.
All right, so my pick this week, or my recommendation this week, is The World's Greatest Dad. Shout out. Shout out.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Just
sir.
saw them last Tuesday.
We. Besides Ruben.
Besides Ruben.
Oui.
I was,
Sorry,
out,
buddy.
I was out that week.
Womp
God
womp.
damn it.
You're good. You missed a good show, buddy.
I know.
Did
Fuck.
you-
They put on a great show. Midwest pop punk. Well, not even Midwest. On my bad. Just pop punk from Atlanta. Songs to recommend. Dad jeans and laughing while you're smiling. So good. Run it up.
Yeah, Isaac, why would he pick dad jeans? Explain the story to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, motherfucking Keenan the GOAT. We're listening to this band, right? We're watching them live perform. Their blood is pumping through their veins. They're fucking killing that shit. Keenan goes, they go, hey, we're going to play a song, whatever. And Keenan says, nah, fuck that. Play this other song. And the band goes, should we play that song? And they're like, fuck yeah. This man influenced the fucking set list.
He altered it.
So then check this out. Cool, whatever, right? 15 minutes before that, Keenan goes, yeah, dog, I saw these fools when it was just me and the sound guy, bro, and it was lit as fuck, and they killed it. So I was like, okay, word, that's what's up, like you're a real one, whatever. We're watching the concert live. this shit goes, hey, yo, were you one of the 2 people who saw us live that one time? And he was like, yeah, that was me. Fuck you mean? And they gave him hella props. They were hella cool. They smoked us out fat. They were good people.
They
Nothing but good things to say about that band. But good things to say about Keenan. Keenan runs that pop punk shit. Everybody else bow down. Fool.
Facts.
Damn. Word. Shout out. Thank you for the kind words.
He also told me to apply to the lead singer's
She offered you a job,
pretty
right?
much. Yeah.
Dude, she ran him
Nice.
a whole pitch, and it
Damn.
sounded sweet.
Yeah.
Marcus was like, bro, she just straight up offered me a job.
My recommendation of the week is going to be the album Young Hot Ebony 2 by Father.
Yes, sir.
Just good old, another Atlanta artist. Just good old grimy Atlanta hip hop. Off the song Horsepower, I think he has these bars that I think just kind of like encapsulate the whole vibe of the album perfectly. Palms black with gunpowder. Whip got horsepower. Crackers out here screaming white power. My nose full of that white powder.
Ooh.
Later on, he has the bar selling meth to white boys in Volcom. that
God damn.
That's just the kind of outrageous shit you're gonna get from Father.
We have a Volcom store here too.
Yeah, he's slinging it out in the fucking Coronado Mall. All right, beer recommendation of the week. Our beer this week is gonna be the Pendejo Porter,
Oh shit.
brewed out west at the Little Toad Creek Brewery in Silver City, New Mexico.
Where the fuck did you get this at? Total Wine?
Yeah.
What?
Keenan took a picture of the description at Total Wine. I just want to read off to you real quick. Roasty aroma meets dark rich male in this substantial porter. Medium in body but heavy in flavor with the slight warmth of alcohol. So be careful. Too many could turn you into a pendejo. And then it ends with malted barley, water, yeast hops.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man, this is a great porter. I've actually never heard this brewery before. I've never even been to Silver City. But shit, man. Now that we know, now that we've had this delicious beer, if I'm ever in the area, we 100% need to make a stop at the Little Toad Creek. You
Might
know?
turn you into pendejo.
Oh yeah, I think we're already on our way there. we might already be there. What? Cheers, boys.
Go on this journey with us.
All right, God's Country by Chat Pile. Keenan's pick. Why did you pick this, Keenan?
Honestly, I've never heard of this band. I just saw the album circulating on social media. Everybody was posting it, and my favorite band, Touche, they reposted it, and I was like, all right, I got to get on this. Let's see what this is. Heard I think it was the second single, and also the second track, Why? And after the first listen, I was hooked.
So when you had sent this over, you described this as sludge metal. I mean, as far as me, I kind of have like somewhat of an idea of what sludge metal is going to sound like.
Yeah.
But dude, off the first track, Slaughterhouse, those just first couple like drum hits
Dude.
we get, I was like, wait, I think this is going to be a little bit more than sludge metal. And this band does a really good but weird job of like incorporating all these different subgenres into the sound. Sludge is there for sure.
Yeah.
But shit, dude, I'm getting like a lot of like noise metal. I'm getting like a lot of almost industrial sounding stuff too.
I agree.
It's very reminiscent of like Godflesh and like Skinny
Candy.
Puppy and Candy to an extent.
Yeah.
Candy is more of like the like sampler, the like what would be the word? The electronic industrial.
Yeah.
Whereas this has like zero electronics added. It's industrial in the sense it's like
Super metallic, super like
Death grips.
nah.
I don't even know how to describe it. I know exactly what you mean. Just when I think of industrial, when it comes to this sort of sound, I literally think like fucking rusty pipes and shit.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Like I just get like this sort of metallic vibe. Like I don't know. It's
Literally given the album cover.
Yeah.
that album cover matched with a lot of the lyrical themes on this album.
Yeah.
Makes so much fucking sense.
Yeah, it just looks like this like vacant industrial plot of land with like
Yep.
all these like electrical wires hanging through
Yeah.
and shit, And it's ironic that this shit is called God's Country because this album is so now, we had just talked about Candy and Candy was very nihilistic, but oh my god, dude. to have an album called God's Country and to be talking about like
Dude.
the most depraved shit was so cool. Like it's two complete opposites, but it works so well in the sense of this album.
I completely agree. I think it's not even nihilistic. I think it's just literally flipping the mirror back at society. Like, and
for
it's
sure.
showing, you know what I mean? It's showing the reflection of what's looking back at you. You know what I mean? It's songs talking about school shootings or mass shootings, I should say. It's in the meat industry,
Homeless
Heavy
people.
talk.
homeless people, like so many topics that are so profound to like America specifically. You know, like
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure that a lot of these topics could apply to other places, but all of these topics in one place. Only in America. You know what I mean?
So we could just start off with the track that put you on.
Ooh,
Why?
Why?
Second track of the whole album, Why? As Marcos had alluded to, this song is all about, the issues that we have with homelessness in the country and, basically saying we have the resources to take care of these people and we're just refusing not to. We're forcing these people to live out on the streets. I just kind of want to say this now because if I don't, then I'm just going to say it with every track. The lead singer of this band is amazing.
Dude,
His
so
performances are amazing. He's very performative. Me and Isaac had talked and you said it was like similar to somebody in a play. It's very.
Oh yeah.
100%. He has that play vibe because he projects. He's very much a projector. He sings to the back of the audience. He has the style that when you hear it, it automatically catches your attention because you feel like he's like speaking to you specifically. Whether you're front row, in the back of the stadium, up in the rafters, like he's singing to you. You know what I mean? He's very, very talented. And the different styles in which he sings, he does all of them very, very well.
And as weird as it sounds, like he's very like visual, like what he's seen, how he delivers it, like you can literally picture what's going on. Specifically, like there's two songs that we'll get to later that's just like you can literally like just put yourself in like the place or like the characters that he's talking about, and it's insane.
And very palpable.
Yeah, just the way he could just like grabs you. It's
Like the
Definitely.
lyrics with his vocal delivery, like are something that I haven't heard from metal outfit in a very long time.
Oh yeah.
It is. I loved Black Midi. Black Midi didn't make me feel bad about eating a fucking cheeseburger, bro. It didn't make me feel bad about not giving, a person without a home fucking change. You know what I mean? Like, this band made me think,
Oh, 100%, 100%, and which is why I wanted to start off on the track Why.
so. I have a friend on Instagram who posted this song. He was one of the ones that I saw posting of this album. And he posted this song and he tagged Mayor Keller to it.
What?
Because,
That's
as
funny.
we were saying, this whole song is why do people have to live outside in tents when to quote him, he says, we have the means, we have the resources.
Yep.
And he tagged Mayor Keller in it. And after that, like I saw like 2 or like 3 other people just tagging Mayor Keller in it.
No
I was
way.
like, dude. And that dude's a metalhead. So I wonder if he's actually listening to it.
Right? Yeah, he showed up to that one, like, I forget what it was, but he showed up to some conference or something in the Pantera
Yeah.
Christmas sweater. So he better listen to shit. Yeah, it's crazy that, something like this hits so close to home. Our city
seriously.
definitely has a huge issue with this.
It's gotten worse over the past couple of years.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
bro, Isaac's right down the road from it.
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
like that whole part.
No, 98th and Ladero has gone really bad over the past 2 years.
Really?
It was never like that, but yeah, it's like that now.
I do have. So it's a very serious song. Okay.
Say it, bro. I already know.
Oh god.
The messaging is very heartfelt, right? Okay, we're listening to this. Okay, I'm getting
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm with you, Brad. I'm with
Okay.
you. I'm with you.
Can you read the part before
So-
though?
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
read the part
That
before
part's-
because
so-
the part
that part's
before
hard.
breaks my heart.
It does. So that's what we were saying about the lead singer is he's very raw with his lyrics. It's no punches pulled, very in your face, live and direct. So once he gets into like the second or the third verse, he says, I've never had to push my shit all around in a shopping cart. Have you?
God damn.
And you're like,
Screams it.
okay, yeah, and his
Screaming it.
his delivery is insane. But then right after, he says, "Have you ever had ringworm?"
That's what I was gonna ask. Why does he say ringworm?
And then after, scabies. I couldn't help but like be taken out of the song for a second. I was like,
I literally have that in my notes.
yeah,
Those are
see?
two terrible things.
It is, but it's just like
I mean, there's more terrible things than ringworms. I don't know what scabies is.
or scabies.
It's like cooties, right?
Well, he's talking about being homeless, and then he's gonna bring up cooties.
Yeah, exactly. I
It took me, like you said, it took me out of the song. Like, what the fuck? Why do you gotta mention ringworm? Like,
It took you out of the song?
the passion of it, I guess. Like, the emotional stay behind it, and I'm just like, hi, ringworm. There's a lot worse things, like herpes, AIDS. It's like,
Yeah.
Scabies is an infestation of the skin by the human itch mite.
Oh shit.
Literally, the microscopic scabies mite burrows into the upper layer of the skin where it lives and lays its eggs.
ooh, that sounds hot.
The most common symptoms of scabies are intense itching and a pimple-like skin rash.
Oh.
Never heard of that. That's kind of scary.
Interesting.
And then ringworm, obviously, ringworm is
Yeah,
just...
then ringworm.
You get it from
Yeah.
wrestling too, and grappling.
you do. It's like
No, you gotta bleach those mats. That's why the wrestling room stink, fam. Dead serious.
But overall, it was like a really passionate fucking song about a real life issue. Not only the only song like that, but pretty insane.
I think the reason why he brings up, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think the reason why he brings up, ringworm and all that is because it's one of those things where it's like you don't think about it. You don't think that that's like, something that like, is like problematic or that it like plagues them, but it's something that probably affects more of those people than you would think. The same thing. So I was watching this video one time, and they were interviewing, homeless people, and they were saying like, what's like something that you would really, really appreciate, and most people would think, food, a tent, this, that, and the third. A lot of them, they said socks. Said socks were very, very important.
Oh wow.
So in my mind, I think ringworm, it makes me think of socks. It makes me think it's something that you don't think about, but it's something that probably plagues them a lot more than you would think.
Probably same with scabies. Probably
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same,
Yeah.
Makes sense.
same exact thing. You don't think about it, but it's something that probably affects them more than
Yeah. Well,
more than what is seen by the public.
the singer lets us know that he wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it.
No, but that's the
Yeah.
whole point, right?
Yeah.
Because he's pretty much saying like people aren't supposed to live like this, and people shouldn't live like this because we have the resources to stop it, and they're still living like that. Why? You know what I mean? Like he makes such a good, complete, valid point, and it's a heartbreaking song. It really is. Like for as catchy as it is, and how heavy, quote unquote, it is. Like it's super poignant.
This is kind of the songwriting that I think we're missing a lot in the metal scene.
I agree.
It's well, I mean to have music this violent and this intrusive. It only makes sense to have issues that are violent and intrusive as well. But I mean, violent is there. I should say more like thought provoking. I just think metal, is like a perfect outlet, to bring up these kind of topics and issues.
I think so too. I mean, Zulu does a really good job at bringing up
Like social justice.
social justice. Yeah, so it's happening slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm. Another song that talks about big real world issues is the very opening track, Slaughterhouse.
Dog, that song broke my heart.
Man, if meat didn't taste so damn good, I would be like, fuck that. I feel like such a pig for eating this shit. After obviously the lyrics, are terrible in this song, but especially like going in and watching like Earthlings and watching fucking like slaughterhouse documentaries. Like, fuck, I feel like such a dickhead for eating this shit,
Fuck no, I crave a burger right after that.
I love that.
That's what I'm saying. I feel bad for a second. I'm like,
Y'all,
oh,
have you guys ever tried going vegan or vegetarian? Shit
Yeah.
sucks. I went vegetarian for like 2 weeks. It was alright, but it was a lot
Well, your body
harder.
needs protein, so
Yeah.
it's like
You get protein off other things though.
Yeah, but if you don't do it right, like your body's fucking fried. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had this really good vegan chicken sandwich, and it was probably way better than 90% of the other chicken sandwiches I've had. It was so good, dude.
Well, see, that's the thing too. Now is like there's so many different outlets for it. You know, like people are making like Impossible meat.
Yeah, Beyond Burgers and shit.
Exactly. So it's probably easier now than it ever has
100%.
been.
True, true.
But yeah, Slaughterhouse makes you want to start that shit.
Bro, if you guys look up the lyrics on Genius, there's an annotation and it says, "You will never forget their eyes. You never
Dude.
forget their eyes."
Mm-hmm.
Right? Click on it. Bro.
Yeah, it's that picture of the
I don't want
cow.
to look at it. Keenan just pulled it up. Jesus Christ, bro.
Show me, Keenan.
I saw that shit and I was high as fuck, right? Okay, for those who are listening, it's a cow crying, looking forward as it is about to face its impending doom.
Yeah, that's kind
which
of
is
fucked.
And there's something about it, like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm Mr. Tough Guy or whatever, but like, I mean, I was a kid who grew up with the internet. A lot of shit doesn't really bother me, but animals, bro.
Oh, I can't do animals.
yeah,
dog.
animals,
you guys
bro.
know
That
kind
shit
of-
fucks me up.
Yeah.
You guys
And
know
seeing
what kind
that
of videos I
fucking
watch, bro. Fuck
cow with
that.
the fucking thug tear, bro, that shit fucked me up, bro. I was it chalked it, bro. It chalked. I literally could not listen to the rest of the song after looking at that picture of the annotation on Genius.
Literally, like as you're looking at that picture, like literally a couple verses later, it's just like, and the sad eyes, god damn it, and the screaming, more screaming than you'd think. This dude, and like you said, his vocals are just so raw, and he's just letting all this out. He's literally just describing the slaughterhouse,
Literally.
and just like it's just the impending doom, and it's just like, and you hear it because multiple times he's just like, "Fuck, you never forget their eyes, fuck." And it's like, dude, and it's just like it's a real problem. Like, even though when we listen to it, you just like take it in. It's just like in one ear out the other. Like, damn, this is hard. This is heavy. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But then like when you like actually like look into it, something as little as like just looking at the picture, like how you said, and just chalked it for you. It's like, dude,
Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
get that, right?
You get it.
that.
it's like this is a like it's a big problem, and it's
Yeah.
always been a big issue. I mean, artists have always like saying about this, and it's just
Morrissey.
So that's hard though.
meat is murder.
So that's hard though, because like like we prefer fucking meat. Like, what do you want us to do? Like, there's no safe
No.
way in killing it. Well, I guess there is a better way that's like less painful for the animal for sure. But like,
Well, I think we the thing is like we already have humane ways of killing them. The issue is their living conditions. That's the biggest thing. Is
100%.
it's not humane to herd them into one fucking area and force feed them and
No,
fucking,
yeah, you're right. So the follow-up question would be, would it be okay if we gave them those good living conditions and just like give them a nice peaceful death?
yeah.
You think people would be okay with that?
I think you're always gonna have people who are just 100% not okay with animals dying.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. I think it would make it better. If I hope it isn't like a wives' tale, but I think it's Kobe beef, right? In Japan, is it Kobe beef?
That shit's terrible.
Oh, is it?
No,
Isn't that the one where they like lock them up in like a little cage? so
no,
their
that's
meat's
the
all tender?
fucking steak
No.
that's like worth like $1,000 for like a small little T-bone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so they
Isn't
have
that
real.
a baby cow though?
I don't think so.
Okay,
It
never
might
mind
be.
then.
I think they have Wagyu. It might be Wagyu.
Oh, that Wagyu. Wagyu's
Yeah.
that one that I'm
Wait, what
talking
did you
about.
say?
Kobe beef.
Okay, yeah.
But Japan has this certain type of beef where all they do is they treat the cows tremendously. Like they free roam all day. They feed them beer, and they just live real good lives. And then they slaughter them, and then the meat ends up being like really good because of it. But I mean, obviously, that's our end goal is to have delicious food at the end of the day. But that's also a very humane way of doing it.
Yeah, it's true. That would be really nice because I have seen those documentaries and YouTube videos of the slaughterhouses, and they're the trenches, dog.
The fucking backing instruments to this song just expedites that sound of fucking dread and horror, man. It's there's one thing about this album, it just sounds fucking scary. You know what I mean?
It does.
It sounds very
foreboding.
Foreboding, yes, that's a great word. Foreboding, ominous, full of terror. This album leaves you with like no hope in the lyrics and the sound.
It puts you like in the horror scene.
100%.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
100%, especially with like some of the later tracks coming up, but we'll get to those when we get to those.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'd like to bring up in this song specifically, Slaughterhouse. I feel like the bass is very like new metally. It's very funky.
I heard it on other tracks, not on this one, but I did get a new metal sound on some other ones,
Yep.
and
Yep.
I'll bring it up when they come up. But it's
Okay,
funny
okay.
that you heard on this one because I heard it on something completely different.
Yeah. I mean, like Marco said, like a lot of these songs do sound similar, so I could see why you think that. what do you guys think about like the riffage on this song? Like, I think that it hits that like 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Like it hits that same thing, and it's very like syncopated. Is that the word? Like where it's very like in sync, and it almost reminds me of the ringing that they would hear in the slaughterhouse.
Oh,
What do you guys think of that?
Shit.
Am I
I mean-
smoking the papaya or?
I
or
mean,
am
I
am
wouldn't be
going something like
surprised.
that? Huh?
I wouldn't be surprised, like if it was something like they did purposely.
It seems like it. It seems like it's that droning like.
Yeah. And then it fits with the lyrics. Everyone's head rings in here.
That's exactly that's
So-
exactly my point. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I can see that for sure.
Yeah. I didn't make the connection until you just
I
brought it
didn't.
up. I
That's
mean, the
hard.
papaya is doing you good.
Yeah. I do hate his I do hate his screams on this song though. I think
Hate them?
Yeah, and his beginning screams, I fucking hate them.
Why?
That's so interesting. I love his beginning screams and
right.
don't like his like other
like
like
the-
his softer stuff. I don't like that as much as his heavier shit. His heavier shit, I think it sounds so fucking twisted, so fucking deranged. And then his other stuff, it's almost like soft spoken. And then he has the screams. He has a soft spoken, and then he has like this weird like trembling voice, and it's fucking insane. Like,
Yeah.
he's very all over the place. So, but interesting.
That's the theatrics right there.
That's the theatrics, yes sir.
I want to get into that. I want to get into the trembling vocals.
Okay.
Because this is in my top 3. Pamela. Track 3, Pamela.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So this is the song that I got very new metal bass vibes from it. It's very boom, boom. Like, it reminds me of Korn. It reminds me a lot of Korn.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because the guitar riffs in between verses on this, it gave me like a metalcore kind of sound. It reminded me a lot of like Knock Loose or, something along those lines. So it was like a cool mix of the two genres.
That's what it reminded me of too. Knock Loose.
Knock Loose, yeah.
Especially their latest EP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, yeah, that's why I call it metalcore because
Yeah.
it sounds like metalcore.
Did anybody? Okay, so we all know Pamela. The whole song is about Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, his mother, and it's from the perspective of her and losing her son, and then yada yada, right? The beginning of the track is very 80s. To me, it gives me like very 80s vibes, which goes hand in hand with the fact that the movie that they're referencing is like super 80s because it came out in the 80s and it was like a fucking 80s like giant, you know what I mean? So I think the fact that they played on those sort of melodramatic chords and stuff really add to the whole like lyrical theme of it being like Jason Voorhees, Pamela Voorhees, I don't know. Did anybody else get 80s vibes at the beginning of this one?
I did. That's funny. I literally have that in my notes. I was like straight up 80s vibes.
Yes, sir.
And then like towards the end of the song, like once I started like really diving into the lyrics, I was like, yo, this is about Friday the 13th.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I double check it. I went and looked it up, and sure enough, they're like, I think someone else like described it as like the 80s vibe, slasher thriller.
It's 100% that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 100. It starts off slow and it builds the tension, and then the more and more like depraved and sad it gets, the more energy that they put into the song, and it's like equivalent to like when the killers, like you see it through the killer's POV and they're about to fuck some fucking teenagers up for having fucking unprotected sex, and you know what I mean? Like this whole song is a trope. Like I fucking love it.
This song is definitely a trope, but it's done in probably the best way. It's not
So
gimmicky.
tasteful.
It's not gimmicky at all.
So
You
tasteful.
could easily make a song like this extremely
Corny.
Oh,
100%.
you definitely could. Shout out Ice Nine Kills. But
I don't
Just
think they're
about to
corny,
say
but
that.
I know what you're saying. They definitely, they're a little more hand fisted.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
And they're a little more heavy on the pedal. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like this is definitely more subtle. One more thing, and then I'll give it to you guys. The fucking lyrics on this song.
Dude.
If you took out, so the very, very, very last verse is a repeat that they've already said, but the two before that, you take those two out, this whole song is a tragic song about a relative loved one drowning. And it's one of the like saddest songs you ever heard of. But then she says, "Arise, my son." Some like then it just goes super fucking 80s killer thriller shit, you know. Okay, so then whatever. But without that, this song would be one of the saddest songs I've ever heard in my life.
I'd rather
No
have
cap.
the Resurrect My Son, to be honest. That shit sounds cool as fuck.
No, it's super fucking
Comparing
metal.
it to Jason Voorhees,
So metal. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it being really fucking sad. I don't know. We were talking about this earlier too. I'm not one of the saddest songs, but
But like the way
The way it's
they
played,
say, like, I try to bargain with the water. Like,
it says, "I would gladly trade my life for yours. If only the water could bargain. If only they had been watching. I can't turn back, only face forward."
God damn,
Man.
bro. Like that. Like, if it isn't some fucking crusty white lady talking about her zombie son who's about to murder a bunch of people, that'd be the saddest shit you ever fucking heard.
Oh, definitely. And then you have the verse, wonder if all this pain I carry is strong enough to lift your body from the water and make you be alive again. I think stupid things like this all the time. So how do you guys feel about his delivery on this? Because his delivery on this, so before we get the big reveal that it's like about Pamela Voorhees, again, you know, it's just a story about somebody like losing their child to drowning or something. And the way he's delivering these lines just sounds so slurred. It sounds like he's like rambling while drunk, you know, and it fits the mood of the song so perfect. I loved his vocal delivery on
I
this.
did because it sounds like a drunk person telling it in a campfire.
Exactly.
So
That's exactly what it
Perfect.
sounds like.
scary, spooky.
It was a little hard at first, especially coming off Slaughterhouse and Y, where you just get the heavy, and then you got the chug, and then you got his screaming. So right when it goes into this and like it slowed down at first, it kind of like took me back. It's like, what's going on here? You know, everything just kind of like took a step down, and I guess I would say after like my second and third listen, that's when I was like, all right. And then once I really started to dive into it, I was like, yeah, this is nice. This man can't do no wrong. This is where you get like the first look into like how good his storytelling is, and you can picture everything that he's seeing. You just see this person standing in front of, the lake, just like crying for, what now we know is her crazy ass son.
Technically, he wasn't crazy before. They just fucking got his ass.
I know.
He
damn.
turned crazy, bro.
They fucking
Yeah,
bopped
Those
his
damn
ass.
camp counselors.
It was fucking. He had Down syndrome.
He did.
He did it?
He
Yeah.
did.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know.
They were picking on him.
Yeah, they're like making fun of
Oh.
him too. They're
He
all like
had
just
that
teasing him.
syndrome.
I
son.
remember that.
So he couldn't, right? I'm pretty sure like he couldn't swim, and so they were making fun of him.
Right.
And then I think he like sneaks out. Doesn't he sneak out when he goes into the lake by himself?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, did he get pressured? I don't remember. And that's
I
when
don't,
like,
I
he
don't
went
remember the
out.
storyline exactly. I know he had some type of disability. I didn't know it was Down syndrome, but yeah, this one definitely exemplifies his storytelling. Because the first two songs are, based around real world issues, so to have a song that's based around, an 80s horror movie, and to make it good, is, like you guys said, the first example of his really good storytelling. Jumping ahead in the track list, I think a really good song as far as storytelling goes is The Mask.
Dude.
And that song is based around, so we don't have this shit in New Mexico. I don't know. I've never heard of this chain, but there's a chain, I guess, called Sirloin Stockade. That's like it's like a all-you-can-eat steak buffet or some
It's
shit.
like, we have one like that. It's
Oh,
called
Golden
Golden
Corral?
Corral. Yes. Exactly. We said that shit the
How
same
did I
time.
know you were gonna say that?
Full should have said furs, bro.
Fuck you,
Alright,
Furs,
Rip.
yeah,
Rip.
Right,
But-
furs.
yeah. So
Come with the big ass jellos, bro.
I had never heard of this. I didn't realize that this whole song was a homage to an actual murder that happened in a Sirloin Stockade until I realized that it was an actual chain
I
restaurant.
thought it was a robbery.
Rogerdale,
What is a
Stanford.
robbery?
It is, yeah.
That turned into a fucking
Yeah, it turned into a murder. It was what, like 6 or 7 people dead?
6 people.
That's fucking crazy, man. This song is one of the standout tracks as far as storytelling goes, at least for me personally.
It does because he gives
Oh, yeah.
he gives you the straight up POV, baby.
Oh yeah, and again, his delivery is so great. On his delivery on this is very frantic. He sounds like he's fucking psycho. You know what I mean? You could put yourself in the shoes of this dude, fucking throwing people on the ground.
Line them up, animals.
Dude,
line
wow.
up the animals.
Or line up the animals.
Line
There
up
you
the
go.
animals, and the way he just screams it from the bottom of his lungs, and you're just like, holy shit. He says it like 5 times.
Yeah.
Do you think that's homage to Slaughterhouse? Line up the animals, baby. Or he
It
doesn't
could
say
be.
baby. He
Yeah.
doesn't say
Yeah.
It
baby,
could be. Like it's not a direct reference, but because that killer, thought so less of them that he thought of them as cattle to line them up like animals, it 100% could be a reference. Fuck. I felt weird giving this song props because of like the lyrical content, but just, fuck that dude. Fuck Roger. But this song is fucking insane, bro. You were saying the frantic vocals, right? Maybe I'm tripping. I could be tripping. Fucking full stop right now. Pump the brakes if I'm wrong. I got sick Dr. Acula vibes from this song.
Oh, damn, for real?
Like, for those who don't know, Dr. Acula was like an old school deathcore band, like MySpace deathcore. They sang about, all their songs were named after like Goosebumps books and shit, But like that, like very like, like out of breath, singing your fucking heart out, just like manic, vocal delivery. I don't know. To me, it is very Dr. Acula vibes. Not in terms of like lyrical, but in terms of vocal performance, so manic, so all over the place, so fucking unsettling. Just to put it lightly. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think, Dr. Acula? Yay, nay,
No, I
or
can see that,
don't
especially
even
because
know?
I was listening to Dr. Acula like maybe like 3 months ago.
Serio?
Allah.
Fuck yeah. Shocker on Shocker Street or what?
No, not that. I don't know what came on. It was the one with like the fucking different color album.
Oh yeah, it was like a newer one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. I mean, he literally takes over the persona of this character as he's delivering it.
And does it flawlessly.
Seriously, like you said, like the whole manic and heavy breathing, and as he's saying like open up the safe, he's like frantically like going like open it up, and then light up the animal. The way he just screams it, like it literally does not get any better. I mean, probably besides like the next song after this, like I think this was like the best story, like performance. Very,
I agree.
Like theatrical.
I agree. I agree that this is really good, but I agree that the song after this hits a new level.
Okay.
Can we just
Yeah,
talk about
yeah.
it?
Let's get into it. I do want to say that again. The instrumentation pairs perfectly with the vocals on
Oh,
the mask.
yeah.
This one was very like hardcore punk kind of sound. Like
Yeah.
the instruments were just as frantic as him. It's fucking guitar tones all over the place, and the drums on this whole thing are amazing. But especially on this song, they're just like super driving. And just pounding you in the fucking chest.
Yes, sir.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I love it. So, the song that we were referring to, which is After the Mask, is I Don't Care If I Burn. And this song is like a stripped back, like
Straight spoken word.
ambient, kind of like spoken word type
It's the
song.
total opposite of what you just described.
Exactly. It's so. Is there like a lighter, or is there like sounds of open flames in the background? What
It is.
It is?
It's supposed to be a campfire.
it
Okay,
is?
okay.
Okay.
So I heard flame noises, like the cracking of like wood or something being burned, and then I heard like scraping, like almost like digging a hole or like pushing dirt or something, like
Yeah.
like maybe digging a grave, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think?
See, so first listen, it sounds like he's walking like through the woods.
Yes.
And then as he's singing the lyrics, how he's talking about like, yeah, I see you, I'm coming for you, I see you. It sounds like it's like vividly I can see like someone like walking around like someone's house, like because he's like stalking, and so it sounds like the branches are like breaking under his feet as he's being quiet because his tone, it is spoken word, and so it sounds like he's stalking this victim. And so that's what I got at first, and then after looking into it, it did say it's supposed to be like the open flame, the campfire. It's like the
But
the
you
whole-
could like picture the silhouette,
But yeah,
peering over into
yeah.
the open window on the unsuspecting victim.
yeah. It's
Oh,
literally,
that
'cause-
makes me sick just thinking about it.
I mean, I'll let Isaac talk about the best part of this song. Well, in the lyrics, in one of the verses, it says, "So I'm coming now, coming around the back. Everyone was asleep." And as he's saying that, it that's why I got him like walking, and then like the
Right.
branches breaking underneath his feet, and then it just goes silent for like what 10 seconds.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah. I mean, bro, this entire song is essentially like, okay, so if The Mask was about a serial killer, this song is like if the serial killer wrote the song.
Yeah.
Like, to me, the way I actually interpreted this song was just like a revenge fantasy.
Getting revenge on something
on
or
somebody.
someone. Yeah.
That is maybe I don't know. I always hate to be like this, but I get like incel vibes from this, like what the fuck? Like, I will curse you and oh my God. But then I also took it as maybe it was like a crazed fan, like a stan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you may not remember me, but bet your last fucking dollar I remember you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, to me, that just reminds me of like, like, I'm big timing you, but motherfucker, you better not, because I know who the fuck you are. I'm keeping tracks on you, Or it could be interpolated as like a crazy stalker to a girl, Like,
Could be.
A woman has, XYZ reactions a day. Maybe she rejects this one person, and now this person, and she has no idea and wasn't trying to be mean or whatever, but he can't accept that. So
He's literally so infatuated, he doesn't care if he burns.
exactly.
He'll do whatever he can to.
He's burning in his own envy. You know what I mean? Like, he's just his own monster. You know what I mean?
Bro, I can't believe you didn't slam that shit home. I teed you up so good. God damn it. So again, on the first couple listens, I took it as this dude is like walking around like a house or something, and so it sounds like he's stepping on twigs, And so he says, so I'm coming now, coming around back. Everyone was asleep, and then we get that 10 seconds of silence. And what does he do?
That fool fucking screams the most blood-curdling scream you've ever heard in your freaking life, bro. That shit you hear from the pits of hell. Dante himself said, God damn, chill out, bro. God said, let there be light and let this man have a cough drop, because that shit was fucking powerful. Powerful, bro. It's one of the most raw, animalistic, beast warrior mode fucking screams I've ever heard in my goddamn life, bro. For those who haven't heard the song, it's this quiet, very ominous, very unsettling track that with each step you get more and more uncomfortable. The hair starts to stand up on the back of your neck. Your skin gets goosebumps. You get kind of this eerie feeling like, maybe I shouldn't be watching this. Maybe I shouldn't be listening to this. Something about this is very off. And then it gets quiet, and then the scream. It's like watching an animal die, bro. It's so powerful, so impactful, and yet after you hear it, you're like, what the fuck did I just listen to? Why the fuck am I experiencing this right now? It hits you with a range of emotions that you can't even fucking comprehend, because it hits you in that nerve. That nerve, we all have that fucking reptile brain, bro. We're all fucking animals at the end of the day. That shit hits you in that fucking reptile nerve. That fucking iguana tail, bro. They cut that shit off and it's still wiggling. That's what that fucking scream is, bro. Fucking insane.
Bro, and then it just stops, and then you hear the crackling again, and then you just hear him say so calmly, just looking for some peace. And he just repeats that as the song just ends, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you couldn't have explained that any better.
For real.
I don't think anybody could have. Holy shit.
He said that
And-
iguana tail.
You know what's crazy is I think he has screams on the rest of the album that are very comparable to this one on this track.
Yeah.
But the whole build up and the whole tension, that's built up around the track just makes that scream so much more impactful,
You're right.
It
Tension.
scared the fuck out of me the first time I heard it. I was like, oh my God. I was like so invested in this fucking, in this ominous ass shit. And then all of a sudden, it's a jump scare in audio form. It's fucking wild.
It really is. Like, you have no idea it's coming. Just with how, the song's going, you have no warning. It just hits you.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary.
You're right about the headphones thing too. When I heard it, it fucking made me jump.
Oh, bro, quick story. It scared the shit out of me the other night. I was 3 whiskeys deep, cleaning my kitchen at 11:45 at night. The only one in the house.
How dark was it?
Bro, the only light on was just the kitchen light. Whole house was pitch black. and this man just screams into my ears, and I jump so high that my dogs come running into the kitchen like, bro, are you okay? That shit was scary. It's literally, Isaac couldn't have explained it any better.
Yeah.
You just got to go listen to it and experience it for yourself.
So I don't care if I burn as the second to last track. We'll leave Grimace smoking weed.jpg, which is the last song for last because it's a fucking 10-minute behemoth of a song.
10 fucking minutes.
Yeah. So I think we could kind of, work backwards into the track list over some songs that we skipped. I want to move to Anywhere.
Ooh.
I think Anywhere is another
I
song.
think it has the best production off the whole out of every track. Fucking
Super
love-
industrial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the beat to this fucking.
Heavy topic.
Man. Yeah, so the topic is just about a mass shooting, correct?
Yeah.
It's from the perspective of somebody who was involved in one,
Yeah.
and their fucking partner gets smoked in front of them. What did he say?
Unfortunately, yeah.
I think, let's see.
Bro, the opening.
Yeah, the opening bars. At first your hand was in mine. They're smiling and walking. Then the world split open. I think there was brain on my shoes. And I love that he adds the stop it. Stop it. Oh, he has that. What this verse repeats like twice or 2 or 3 times, throughout the track. And he ends each verse with that stop it. Oh, and then the drums that back this song. It has this like added snare. I'm not too sure what the exact word for this sound is, but man, there's a certain tone that the drum is hitting that's super fast paced that just adds to the chaos of this song, man. I agree with you, Marcos. I think the production on this song is fucking top tier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think it brings up I think one of the just like the housing issue, another huge topic that is, I think, I don't know if I want to say this, but I think it's currently more important right now than the housing issue. I think that we should focus on mass shootings and shit like that before, the housing crisis.
Wait, this talks about housing too?
No,
You're saying
The
like
homelessness.
the homelessness. Sorry,
like in terms of like
Oh,
topics that they've discussed on this album.
oh, so you're comparing it
this
to
is the one that I think was like,
why?
fuck, this one hit me more because the homelessness one's like, no, they could focus.
The homelessness thing is an everyday thing, but the mass shooting thing is an everywhere thing.
Yeah, and it's like, fuck, like that's a lot. I feel like that's a lot easier to solve than a nationwide housing issue. Because I try to give as much as I can to homeless people, but I can't really do anything about mass shootings.
Oh, I know. There's some homeless dude. There's some homeless dude walking around with like a $300 Ralph Lauren fucking snowboarding jacket because of this man.
Shout out Marcos.
I know.
Shout out Marcus.
Very charitable.
that
It was
one.
cold as fuck tonight, so I felt bad as fuck, man.
Yeah, no, it's something that needs to be done on a bigger scale, something that's...
Beyond us.
Yeah, exactly. You can get together as a community and feed homeless people and give them supplies and shelter. We can't band together as a community and fucking
To
eradicate guns or something,
Yeah.
that's...
And then check
What
this
we call
out. The fucking song name, Anywhere,
It literally
to
any fucking
imply
bro.
that this shit happens everywhere.
Doesn't
Dog,
matter. You're not safe.
you're not safe anywhere.
Doesn't matter. You're going to get...
I mean, that's the reason why you didn't go with us to the Mick Jenkins concert, was because you thought something was gonna pop off, which is 100% reasonable. Because honestly, when I went to the Suicide Boys concert the other day, I had the exact same feeling. I'm like, fuck, like this shit is sold out, 16,000 people, like some dumbass fucking like gangbanger wannabe 18-year-old's gonna start popping off shots in the parking lot.
But it's
bruh.
not even a gangbanger wannabe. It's always the tortured souls who fucking, got bullied or whatever. Like, I'd rather have some fucking knucklehead. Never mind. Cut that.
I'd
I'd rather a gangbanger shoot a lot of people than a fucking...
Knucklehead shoot me.
than an incel.
Bro,
That's funny. Agreeable to a certain level.
no, that's
To a certain
completely fucking
extent.
stupid.
I'd rather
That's
go
so
out by
stupid.
some real ass motherfucker than
Many
by some
men.
fucking
Many
stupid.
men.
some motherfucker that has 2 viewers on Twitch.
Meanwhile, in the song, this man literally says, "It's the sound of a fucking gun. It's the sound of your world collapsing."
God.
Over and over and over. And there's that part where he kind of like breaks it down and he goes, "Wait, hold on, wait." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Wait a minute," and he's just like realizing everything because like it's just so quick. Like the song title, "Anywhere," at any moment, like it could happen. And so like the way he breaks that part down, like you really feel you feel for like the situation because you're like, holy shit. Because like it's like that hesitation in his voice and like the way he like stutters as he's singing, because like he's genuinely like frantic, like he doesn't know what the hell's going on, and just the way he's able to just like take that character and just deliver what he's saying. It's a terrifying album.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, we're nervous laughtering because it's hard to come to truth with a lot of these things because it's fucking awful, and we live thankfully nice enough that where we don't have to, face those things head on every single day, Some people don't have that luxury.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that's also what this song is saying. You don't have to be somebody who has grown up around it your whole life. You could literally live the most bougie ass sheltered life ever, and then you just get caught up in a mall shooting.
Yep.
Anywhere.
There was just a shooting in what? I want to say it was Chicago. It wasn't like Southside or anything, but it was like for a parade or something like that.
That's right.
In a
That's
fairly, well-to-do neighborhood.
That's right.
And yeah, some dude shot that shit up too,
Like the videos on Reddit, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're at. So that leaves us with two more tracks, Wicked Puppet Dance and Tropical Beaches Incorporated, before we get to the last track.
Wicked Puppet Dance has one of my favorite bars off the whole album, which is fucking sick as it's literally sick as fuck. Like literally sick. This guy says, "Try to fuck me, called me a liar, so I shot him in the head, set the house on fire." Blah.
Why do you like that?
It's just sick, dude. It's just like fucking straight to your face, dog. Like a fucking that's like rated R.
He said it's snuffed on sight. It's on sight.
Literally
Right?
snuffed on sight, bro. You try to fuck me, call me a liar, shot you in the head, and set the house on fire. Get rid of the evidence, dog. And we're just talking about
Jesus.
how the message behind mass shootings and shit and guns.
Yeah, and you're all just fucking hard, bro.
I didn't say it's hard. I said it's literally like sickening. Like, I'm
But
like,
it's your
oh,
favorite.
it's a hard fucking bar.
Umbers. So what is this song about?
I took
Go.
Just sacrifice?
Sorry, baby.
Seems like sacrificial type shit.
could be.
Go for it.
Sure.
Yep.
I took the song as the two halves of like a addictive relationship, like two drug addicts and their stories from their perspectives. I took it one from the woman's perspective and one from the male's perspective. That's how I took it.
I could see that.
Because at first it's like, like, where the fuck am I? There's a bunch of roaches on the walls and shit. What the fuck is going on here?
Trap house, baby. You
but-
ever been in a trap house?
Literally. And, but he makes a good batch. And then the second part of that verse is, hey, everyone's always complaining about vein shit until they fucking try it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I took that as, two halves of the same coin, pretty much.
Well, based off the theme off this whole album, I would give you the benefit of the doubt. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I don't think that's the benefit of it. I think you're just right.
Word. That's exactly how I took it too. I got it, from both their perspectives. So I mean, you hit it right on the head.
It's almost like another take on Master of Puppets in a way.
Oh yeah.
I feel like. I mean, I know that's not a stretch. It's not like Master of Puppets invented the fucking controlled by drugs genre or anything, but more so with the lyrics, falling from the cross, I'm held up by strings.
Right.
Oh, that's a hard.
Can't stop
That's a hard,
can't
bar.
stop dancing a wicked puppet dance.
And then
Yep.
when he whispers it,
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Shit is. Yeah, I mean that flows perfectly with you said. I mean if they're just addicts. Jesus Christ, dude. This happens so much. Like I feel like I have a vague idea of what the song is about, and then I ask you what you think, and then you lay it down. I'm like, okay, well now I fucking know. How did I not get that? Like,
Well, you should still share your opinion, whatever you're right.
well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I wasn't completely sure what it was. Like I saw a little bit of the addiction with like the whole he's cooking a good batch, but then the whole like wicked puppet dance I didn't really get it, and then I thought
Because
there was some
they're-
type of
Yeah, they're slaves. They're slaves to their addiction. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and then puppets, strings. You know what I mean? That incorporates like, what's a puppet? Right? They're attached to their fucking veins, essentially. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't know.
yeah. No, that 100%
But-
100% makes sense.
But I'm also speaking from somebody who
Was addicted to heroin.
who's known people who have been addicted to heroin. So
Yeah.
so that's why this song is a little more
Sentimental.
Well,
it's just close to home.
yeah, close to home. Sentimental makes it sound like it's like heartfelt. And,
I know sentimental is like something sweet.
Yeah, what's sentimental, but like in like just like an objective way.
The synonym of it, and then like another word.
Yeah, it's
for it.
very. This song is very cinnamon to me. Very cinnamon.
Oh, cinnamon.
Very good. What's Tropical Beaches?
Tropical Beaches Incorporated is not my favorite track, but that shit makes my fucking head bop, bro.
It does. It's a really good track.
This is probably one of the more catchy songs, if not the most catchy song on the entire
Would
album.
you say this is like one of the most popular songs?
I don't know about popular because I
Popular?
don't know like
Popular.
oh
Poppy,
popular.
yes.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think any shit. I don't think anything on this album.
Yeah, but like,
are you,
he-
like
he's-
in the
but he's saying-
context of the album.
Yeah, in the context of the album, in the context, like out of all the 9 tracks, this is like one of the. This is probably the poppiest.
I wouldn't use the word poppy. I'd
Yeah,
say
I wouldn't
maybe
use
maybe
word
the
poppy
most
too,
accessible.
but you know what he's saying though.
Accessible.
Upbeat, I guess. No, maybe.
Well, it's definitely the most positive lyric wise.
Yeah.
This is the only song that hasn't anything to do with fucking doom and gloom. This song's actually kind of like positive in a way, but yeah, I get it. I agree with you though. It's not my favorite song. It's probably my least favorite song actually.
That's fair.
But,
But I think on a surface level, to me, it's I'm more of a fan of this song sonically, just because it just has like that, like the riffage on this song is like
the beginning riffs are fucking amazing.
yeah, it's a lot more catchy.
Yeah.
It's not as like hectic and chaotic, you know. But with that being said, like
I only like the first. Only like it because of the first lines that I relate to about the gym.
what is
So-
that?
I forgot. Read it off. It's
Please.
like
It says, ocean is far away, 1,000,000 miles far away, and my wife and my kids, it's just me at the gym.
let's go. I don't have no wife and kids, but it's just me at the gym.
Well,
but
that's what the
like a
lyrics
metaphor.
are saying. Yeah.
Like it's saying like
In the
out
future, in the future. That's
yeah.
I know. So it's saying like I'm here in the gym working on myself so I could have that future because it's so far away. Yes, it's literally me. So I like that.
What are you gonna name if you have a boy? What are you gonna name him?
Trindamere.
Wait, say it again.
Trindamere.
Trintamere.
Trindamere if it's a boy. Irelia if it's a girl.
If it's a girl, what?
Irelia.
Aurelia.
Irelia.
I'm stealing that.
Go ahead.
It's kind of a-
Aurelia. I really don't like that name.
Irelia.
Fool's already roasting your
I
unborn
know,
child.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I'm gonna train my kid just to beat up your kid in preschool,
Dog.
in middle school.
My kid will sacrifice your kid,
Your
bro.
kid will be the school shooter that he's talking about.
Oh my god.
Bro,
For sure, 100%.
bro, my kid's gonna be homeschooled, and then he'll be the school shooter.
That's the reason why he's gonna be a school shooter, because he has no friends. He's jealous.
I'll be his friend.
Bro.
He always talks about his friend, the tall man in the corner.
Ooh,
Stop.
fuck that.
Bro. That's for sure an active school shooter.
It's funny how this song like has more of a positive message, you know, as far as like being at the gym and, you know, taking on new strategies, you know, thinking of ways to like make money and, you know, be a little bit more successful.
But it still sounds fucking depraved.
Yeah, and especially, and then you have the lyrics, "Man on the TV, haunt you, haunt me." You know, you're being controlled by the images.
Yeah.
It's like even in their quote unquote positive songs, like they can't still stray away from like the dirt
Talking
and
about real shit.
grime.
Yeah.
From the like you said, from the realities of life.
Yeah. It's a whole song about the societal pressures of being a man.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I took it anyway.
Yeah, no, yeah, pretty much. It's like that American dream. On the person on the TV just trying to sell you everything, and you just want
Bars.
that, so you want to be that. Boom.
Yeah. It's like some Joe Rogan shit. It's like, what does he say? It's always like, what
Keep
do
it
you?
a fistful
what do
away
you?
from your mouth?
No.
Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry.
Well, that too. But what is like? I've heard him talk about it. Like, well, if you're feeling depressed, just fucking work out. Like physical activity makes you feel better. You know,
Yeah.
that's literally what he's saying in this song. If you work out and you hit the gym,
True.
you'll reach your goals. You'll dig yourself out of this hole.
True. But then he's also saying like, yeah, like be like the person on the TV screen. They're all fucking yoked. They're all fucking pitch perfect bodies and shit. You know what I mean? You need to hit the gym because if you don't hit the gym, then you're not gonna have that wife and kids. You're gonna fucking drown in that fucking ocean. You know what I mean? Like,
That's one aspect
I'm
of
signing up right now. Take me to the gym, Marcos.
Planet Fitness.
You grab my thumb in the weirdest way. No, I mean that's one aspect of it. You could just go to the gym to be healthy, so you could live a longer life.
Yeah.
It's literally it.
But I mean, you know, there's a lot of people who go to the gym just for purely vanity reasons too.
This
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with.
Literally, this guy.
No, it's not me,
Bro.
not for vanity reasons. Wow, no, it's to be healthy. I can live long because I don't want to be 6 years old.
You just crushed like 7 beers.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's why I'm going to the gym so I could drink and do all this stuff. If I wasn't going to the gym, I'd be weighing like 500 pounds right now.
My G.
Yeah, word.
I don't want to be 50 and using those fucking carts at Walmart just because I can't walk 3 steps.
Damn, that's gonna be me and Ruben.
Yeah, probably.
Bro, we threw our shit down some fucking heavy sets.
Yeah. I think we've kind of set ourselves up for
And now
failure
we
in the
walk for
future.
a living? What the fuck?
I know. God damn, man.
God.
Your
I
knees
feel
are-
like
your knees are going to be blown
Like and
the fuck
subscribe
out.
to this. Help us quit our day jobs.
Please.
Please.
We need the rest, man.
Save these fools the shin splits, please.
Oh, for real.
Yeah,
Can you roll my shit out after this?
and the
I got you, baby.
plantar fasciitis. All right.
Yeah, let's go.
So that'll help us wrap up with the grand finale, grimace_smoking_weed.jpg, which, like we said earlier, is like a 9 to 10 minute behemoth of a song that,
About heroin.
yeah, it's basically about a heroin addict, you know, either going through withdrawals or like in the
Bad trip.
throes of the addiction. And he, no shit, sees Grimace from these fucking McDonald's commercials in his room, and Grimace is like trying to convince him to commit suicide and shit.
Which he
one
does.
Yeah, he does.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Takes a
On-
while to get there, but you eventually get
Yeah.
there.
It's on the 8th minute and like the 40th second where he just fucking blows his brains out.
No, he
No,
jumps
he
out the window.
jumps. That's why he's screaming at the
What
end.
do you think sounds fucking better for our listeners? Jumps?
The truth.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Fake news. Get out.
Oh, he pauses it.
We're done here.
He's literally talking
Yeah,
about
because
that.
that's why he's saying. What does he say? I face the window, or I look out, face forward, or some shit. Yeah, he jumps out the window, jumps out the balcony. Like this song is like the perfect wrap up to the whole album. It basically goes through the motions of everything, like lyrics wise, delivery as far as like vocally
Production
wise.
too is really good on this.
Production, yeah, the instrumentation is insane. The instrumentation goes through like big deep passages of like super heavy fast riffs, and then like the last 4 minutes are like that shit sounds like some doom metal, you know, just the one
album.
chord
100%.
playing out for like 10 seconds and then another one, and like in the background he's yelling and
Literally fucking doom metal. It's like not even a little aspect of it. It's literally doom metal. Like the
Mhm.
last 3 minutes of it are like 100% doom metal.
Mhm.
And what's perfect about it is like every time they hit a note, it's like da, 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 da. Why?
Bro.
Da, 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 da. Stop fucking with me. Like every time they hit the note, it correlates to something that's happening, you know, lyrically in the song that I think is just so perfect. They match those slamming guitars and those really, you know, solid drums with those fucking soul crushing, very depraved lyrics. You know what I mean? I think it's a perfect matchup. And one other thing, completely agree with you. It is the final wrap up. It's the fucking cherry on top of this fucking album because it's, like you said, this fucking behemoth, gargantuan, titanic, fucking mass of a song, bro. It's fucking crazy. The way this album ends, they're talking about, you know, this topic and this topic. The song before this is a fucking haunting nightmare of a fucking monologue, and then you go from that to a haunting monologue of your own inner thoughts trying to fuck with you because you got too fucking high off the hashish. Or no, that's not
The
that's not
papaya.
the-
That's why I thought you were going with it.
got fucking cooked out the papaya, bro. Like it's fucking chalked, bro. It's not the papaya, it's that fucking Shiva,
Yayo.
bro. It's that Shiva.
Oh, it is
Ah.
that Shiva.
Yeah, it's that
Jesus.
Shiva, bro. I don't know. There's just something about having all these different topics and then ending with such a ridiculous yet like soul crushing topic that like is so hard to like match that energy. Like they had to end it right here. They didn't end it right here, it would be fucking chalked. They ended it on the perfect high note, the perfect low note. This shit's fucking evil. Can I just say this album is fucking evil, bro? Shit gives me the heebie-jeebies, bro. Shit gives me the fucking goosies.
It's a perfect title for the album, actually.
So is it weed?
No,
No,
it's
it's
fucking
not, right?
heroin.
Yeah,
I was gonna
heroin.
say
Heroin.
because he talks about it in there. That is
No, I just
clearly
step
not
upon
weed.
you. No, but
Ah,
it's
let's-
definitely it's definitely Shiva, bro. It's definitely Shiva. 100%.
Damn,
100%.
I got it from the title, but nah, this man clearly says right here, "Get out of my room, new spoon."
Yes.
Yep, that's it.
That's it.
But like his persona, the way he's able to take over as Purple Man and as this dude who's going through it, that's insane. Cause like you can hear it in his voice, the way he like distinguishes between the two. It's so sick, and it's frightening as he's talking about the main character, and I just want to die, get out of my room. Like that shit's so heavy. I'm trying to kill myself. If you don't mind, that's why I locked the door. I just need some privacy. If you mind, I'm going to open the window now and jump out face first. I know we're not that high, but if I do it right, I could break my neck. I don't want to be alive.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
No, and you're right when you said the different vocal projections. When he's playing like the guy, it's super like manic and like all over the place. And then when he's playing the demon, that shit's fucking straight, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That shit's like a fucking razor to your fucking throat, bro. It's completely straight.
And how the instruments just get crazy as he's talking about the normal guy. The instruments are just
And just
pounding in the
building and
background.
building and building, bro.
Yeah.
It's like an avalanche waiting to fucking wash over you.
Perfect way to end the album.
Definitely. fucking is.
100%.
Even with it being 9 minutes, I'm not even mad at that.
Oh, no.
It doesn't even feel like 9 minutes.
No, it's a perfect way to end this album.
Oh, of course.
I mean, it does feel like 9 minutes, but
Goddamn.
but it's
Well,
still a good way.
You
Still
know,
a good way.
anything shorter might have just taken away from what they were trying to do with the song.
From the
100%.
storytelling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, 100%. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely, I think it was definitely a much needed length.
Oh yeah, and then spoiler alert, like Isaac said in the beginning of the track, person kills himself. This person jumps out the window. Boom. Ending to the album.
What a way to end such a like I can imagine this character is living like within the world that this album is built. And after seeing these mass shootings, after seeing what these animals are going through in slaughterhouses, and after seeing these homeless people and all this chaos, like I could just imagine this character, having to witness all that, just decides to kill himself while also being a drug addict. Like, what a perfect way to end this album with suicide.
Yeah, if you want a fucking audio horror movie to listen to, this is like a good album to listen to. Get you that same
Perfect.
the same emotion.
Yeah. Anybody else have any final words, final thoughts, lyrics, bars, riffs?
No, I'm good.
I think we all said everything that we needed to say.
Cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with our final thoughts, top 3 tracks, and overall score. Isaac, would you like to do the honors?
Don't mind if I do. So, final thoughts. Wow, what an album. God motherfucking damn, Keenan. You certainly made us fucking think with this one. Really, really liked this album. Really liked the lyrical themes on this album. Really liked that a metal band is challenging me to think about certain topics that I wouldn't necessarily think about, or would just remind me of topics and are just bringing a new light to it. You know what I mean? Like, we've always had, political bands, Rage Against the Machine, et cetera, et cetera.
System of a Down.
System of a Down. We've always had bands that talk about shit, but like something about this just seemed more personal. Something about this just seemed to hit home a little closer.
Because they don't sugarcoat it. They don't give you like.
No, they said that shit straight up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I really appreciate that. But as much as I do love the lyrical aspect of it, some of the instrumentals and some of the way in which they went about the singing and this and that, wasn't really a fan of. So it kind of bumps my score a little bit lower. But to me, it's solid album, fucking phenomenal storytelling and some of the most manic, fucking gut wrenching and emotional shit you'll ever hear. Shit that'll make you fucking feel something, bro. And that's what I love. I love albums that make me feel something. I love music that makes me question what I'm listening to and makes me think, So thank you for that. My top 3 tracks, and this is in order. So number 3 would be Pamela. Number 2 is going to be The Mask. And number 1, of course, I Don't Care If I Burn. A little weird because it's definitely not the most traditional, quote unquote song, but it's so fucking just impactful to me. And it's a fucking trip, bro. It's insane. It's fucking insane. And my final review, I will give this a 7.5 out of 10.
So I just have to say that this is a really dope recommendation from Keenan. Along the lines of what Isaac said, it's really sick that a band could come out and give such a straightforward, emotional, and not sugarcoat the messages that they support or back in such a clear and creative way. Especially in a fucking like naming the album God's Country, and then you're talking about these issues in a fucking dark ass fucking tone and demeanor is like ridiculous. It literally puts up it's literally like a horror movie.
Even the fucking album cover, bro.
Yeah, dude, exactly. So like, I don't know. There's just a lot of there's a big message behind every track. My favorite tracks would be Pamela, Anywhere, and Grimace Smoking Weed .jpg. Yep. In no order either. Just they're all fucking sick. I had to put Jason Voorhees up there, bro. Come on. I'll give it a straight 7 out of 10.
All right, so not just because it was my pick. Holy shit. This album was fucking sick. It took a while, because I'm going to be honest, on the first listen, I was just kind of like, I don't get it. What's the hype? What's going on here? And so after, definitely after like my third, fourth listen, this album like really grew on me. So I now get why people were posting about it as much as they did. So the topics of this album were heavy, whether it was about, the meat industry and the opening track, or the homelessness, the mass shootings and the drug addictions and so on. This band was able to talk about everyday struggles of this fucking shitty country and make a fucking masterpiece out of them. Those vocals were so good. That man, his screams, like Isaac said, someone please give this man a cough drop. Those screams were so sick. His storytelling and delivery was so visual that you can literally see what this man was, delivering. Like, you were able to put yourself in these characters and basically act out these songs. That shit was just intense. The instruments were so good. I loved that heavy distorted guitar and that, that sludgy bass. Those drums were good. And then of course, all of that behind his vocal delivery. Couldn't ask for more. After all that being said, this album to me is easily an 8.5.
Damn.
It's high as
This
fuck.
shit is good. With my top 3 tracks being Why, The Mask, I Don't Care If I Burn, and honorable mention, Grimace Smoking Weed JPEG.
Whew. Honestly, it's going to be hard for me to just not mirror what Isaac said, and I guess pretty much what everybody else has said. Although I think you put the instrument, Keenan, a little bit higher. I would have to agree as far as like the songwriting and the performance by the lead vocalist. He is absolutely insane. Like, the instrumentation was good on its own, it was good at times, great, but I don't feel like it ever really reached a really profound level. But the lead singer helped propel it to that level. I think without him, without his storytelling, and without his vocal deliveries, it would just be kind of like it would be a decently good sludge / noise metal album. But he just elevates it to a whole nother level, man. Again, I mean, that doesn't really take too much away from the instrumentation, but I just think as a whole, aside from maybe a couple tracks, like maybe Anywhere and the instrumentation behind I Don't Care If I Burn, the the vocalist was really what shined the most on this, and the songwriting itself. Yeah, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7 too. Top 3 tracks in order would be Anywhere, number 2, The Mask, and it's really hard to put one over the other, but they're 100% top 3, and number 1, Pamela. And that wraps up our review of God's Country by Chat Pile. Go ahead and shoot us a DM, comment on the post, let us know what you think. If you haven't heard it, listen to it and let us know after. Definitely worth your while. Till next time, we the Underground Treehouse. See you next episode. Later.
Bye.